Hey YouTube, longtime seller here, bringing you another lunch hour video. And I normally like to watch videos during my lunch break and from other sellers, so I always gain information and insight and stuff. So anyway, I watched one today from gentleman, a husband and wife team, Shed Flips, and where they were talking, they lost their top rated seller status. And as a longtime seller, I remember when I gained my top seller status early in my selling career and I lost it. And it took me a while to get it back. I mean, I'm thinking it was between 3 and 6 months before I gained it back. It takes a while to get it back. But when you sit down and crunch the numbers of what that actually means in your cost savings and the money that you save and the discounts, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me, I was on the lake all day in a snowstorm fishing. But anyway, it's a lot of money savings and the bigger you are, the more money it is, and it sucks losing that. And I was watching their video, and Shed Flips, and they lost their top rated seller over the holidays because of having to cancel orders. And I don't know if their exact plight was because they sell on multiple platforms and or cross post items. And personally, I don't cross post items just for that. And I think it's too much work to keep track of it all. So what I do is I list on one platform or another. And like I sell a lot on eBay. This is all eBay stuff. I have 4 rows of this on eBay. And then I also have started selling Whatnot, which is really blowing up. I'm doing really good on Whatnot, but excuse me. Anyway, back to the point where Shed Flips losing their top-rated seller status, and the reason they lost it is they had to cancel orders for stuff that they couldn't find, and that's why I learned. And thankfully, I learned early on, and I learned from watching Chris Lynn at Daily Refinement about a proper inventory system. And I started off with stuff on a hanger, pile on the floor. I mean, all those other ones. And when I switched over to, I had one where I numbered totes and then numbered the items inside the totes. And then about 3 years into selling, I switched my entire inventory over to consecutive numbers. And I use a number. That number's never used again. Even if that item is sold and returned and relisted, it gets a new item. The number is used one time and that's it. If for any reason the item comes out of my store, that number's gone and it's void, whether it's sold or pulled or whatever. I do not recycle numbers. So anyway, I have this consecutive numbering system, and I have found this is the easiest way to do it, and that's that way. And you can see here, I have all my items lined up here, and you can see they're in numerical order here. The numbers will skip because as I sell them, every couple of weeks I will come through and consolidate everything and consolidate all the bins down, but everything stays in numerical order, and it's so much easier to keep track of. And my whole purpose of this lunch talk series is the importance of having a good inventory system, even if you're a small seller and you don't think you're going to go big, because that's the way I was. I started as a small seller and never thought I'd be 12,000 items for sale on eBay. So if you start when you're small and get a good numbering system, inventory numbering system, it can save you those hassles and that problems down the road. Because like I say, I feel for Shed Flips and his wife for losing their top rated seller status, because I lost mine years ago and I knew how much work it was to get it back and how much money I lost from not getting those discounts and savings during those 3 to 6 months before I got it back. So anyway, I just want to pass on some information. I hope this helps somebody, and use a good inventory system. And I've tried several inventory systems, and let me tell you something, the consecutive numbering, you use that number once, you don't ever use it again. That's the way to go, because you'll never lose track. I'm not going to say you're never going to lose an item, but if you have them numbered and in order, you're going to find them. And the only way you will have a cancellation is if you double listed something by accident, and that does happen sometimes. I think eBay's system is a little glitchy sometimes, and because the listings end every 30 days and relist, and I think sometimes that auto-populates and creates a ghost image or a second image. And I haven't noticed a problem lately, but when eBay switched several years ago to that item renewing every 30 days automatically, there were a lot of bugs the first year or so, and that's why I started getting a lot of ghosted listings. And in some of my old, it's usually, if I have something that I can't find, it's old inventory. And of course my inventory is not that old, because I pretty much have I'm about an 8 month sell-through rate on my items, which is pretty decent. So I'm not complaining with a store my size. So, okay. Hey, well, just long time seller on Lunch Bay e-talk, eBay lunchtime talk. So I wanted to pass this on, and hey, my empathy goes to Shed Flips, and hope they get their top rated seller back soon and work on it and learn from this experience and do something, make those corrections so it doesn't happen in the future. And I hope it doesn't happen to anybody else, because it does cost you time and money, and time is money. All right. Hey, well, everybody have a great year. This is 2025. Going to be a great year. Better selling year.